なんだって？妊娠かい？いっぱいあるね。
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the
互いの両親。
and they decided we should get married.
あれカール。
だってどっちだっけ？
イブ？朝があんのは花なのかイブなのかまだ分からんな。
だからイブが今の話をしていて、花なんだろう、こうメインでこの人として生活していた方じゃない方が妊娠したとか。
でも分からんよ。花はサイモンと付き合ってこいつはカールと付き合ってるかもしれんし。
ちょっと待って、スミス花だったよね。スミス。だから花がサイモンと結婚した人。
したんだね。
ちょっとね、もうよくわかんないわ。
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
どういうこと？サイモンの子供なのか。こいつは花なのかも。
I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon. Felt like going back to old ways before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
むずいな。こんがらがっています。
その色が特徴的だよね。赤がイブで青が花っていうゲームからのメッセージがあるのかもしれないし。
Yes, I'm fine.
そう考えるとこいつはイブなんだよ。
水を飲むのがイブ。
花も飲むよ。水は。
This morning sickness.
6月27だってさ、94年の6月27だろ。だってさっきの話も6月のだから違うんだよ。やっぱこの青と赤で違うんだよ多分。
No. Well, yes. He found out on my birthday. I told him I was pregnant.
誕生日。
誕生日？何をすればクリアなんだろうな。
ね。
犯人。ないわ。
犯人出てこないかね。しかしカールは
だって白いよ。3人目なんじゃないの？ハーだよ、ハ
ー。白がハーか。
タトゥー。タトゥーあるよ。
Was he my first?
わからんな。
No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit, but he was sexy. We were 15.
だから15歳の時にヘアブラシ。
No, I was 15. Carl was older, 17, I think. I was really into him, regardless of how he actually behaved. Lots of drunken teenage sex. We did it in a church once.
外人ってこんなオーラかな？
Stupid.
オーラか？オープンなの？
So he got tired of us and we split up after about 6 months. It was sad, but those early experiences, they help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
ファミリー。
ファーって伸ばしたのが気になったな。
Family. So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
カールの後すぐサイモンが現れたように聞こえてたけどな、俺には。
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules.
Huh?
She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
なんかあれさっきの話となんか矛盾点ある？
ちょっとわかんない。
イブが最初に寝たんだと思ったけど、そういうわけじゃないかったか。
どれ？
だからヘアブラシの話だよ。ヘアブラシで検索したら
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car.
花が寝たっつってたよ。これ同じ服だよな。日付も同じだな。
She is the shy one. She was especially shy around
ただこいつはイブだな。
If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at.
え？おかしくない？
It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin.
でしょ？だって花は
Lots of
ほら
excuses.
花の方が先に寝たっていう証言と矛盾しない？
After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze. We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though. I was always the one who seduced the boys
なんだろうなこれ。
until Simon.
ほら。彼の相手を順番にしてサイモンに出会った。その後何人の男と付き合ってサイモンと出会ったっていう証言とも矛盾してるし。よくわかんねえな。
よくわかんない。もうなんかさ、ちょっとね、リーダーにね、 甘えちゃってるよね。
そうかい。
なんかふわーっと見ちゃってる。
酔っ払ってっからじゃないか。俺も酔ってるけど。
酔っ払ってねえよ。
酔っ払ってんじゃないの？シラフなの？俺飲まなきゃよかったんじゃあ。何で検索すればいいかも。俺なんかもうそれこそ俺ふわっとしてるよ。
むずいねこのゲームね。
まあ総当たり的にやるもんだと思うけど、そんな選ばない。もう出てきた単語だってほらザロックのスタッフでもまだ検索したいでしょ。おお、
これは見たことない服だな。
濃紺だね。
Really? Are you really asking me that question?
隠そうとしてる
？7月2日だよだって。
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
次の日に認めてるってこと？
There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. Magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from
二重人格？
up in our attic. Had a pride of place.
違うよな。鏡で見てたって言ってたもんな。
When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
やべえな。
ダイアナ？
一応ちょっとないよ、違うな。じゃあダイアナ？
ダイアナの下に大事なものって何？
ちょっと聞いてなかったわ。
聞くゲームだなのに聞いてなかったら意味ねえだろ。
よくあるよ。
Yeah, we were
タトゥー
17.
も気になるよね。
It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell. The dress was beautiful.
4月1日。
It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long, though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car. Yeah, we were 17.
大事なものって言ってたよ
People
ね。
said
ダイアナ
って
の
言われた。
Simon looked very handsome in the photo.
何どれ？
There were always princes and
ダイ
princesses
アナのポスターの下に、
up in our attic.
その下にダイアナ
A
の
pride of place. And
大
underneath
事な
was
もの。
all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did.
関係ないかな。
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other.
4
We
月
cleaned
3
up.
日。
We bagged up the broken mirror,
え？
her clothes.
何があった？
They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We
Huh?
we
Huh?
and we wanted the baby
もう
to be
実況
found
してるってこ
later.
と？
We
3
wanted to have
日で
suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it.
した
The
い。
watch, that was my touch,
もう実況だよね。
to make sure the eye got stuck.
腕時計。 あれ腕時計で検索したもんね。
いやしてないんじゃないか。あれ
時計ウォッチっつってた。あ、でもウォッチは腕時計か。
アリバイ。
大事まだ見てないじゃないよ。
あ、出た。
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing.
1
He wouldn't
日。
just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very
時
seriously.
系列順に見たいよ。
Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him.
3日に自供してんだな。
Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other.
大で検索してみっか。
Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can.
白が自供だ。
うんギター。
ギターだ。なんか弾きそうな感じが出てる。
Really? Okay. Here's the rest. Oh, they laid a body on the dock to dry. Oh, the wind and the rain.
かわいい。
Till a fiddler with a fiddle came walking by. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow of her long hair. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made a fiddle bow of her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made fiddle pegs of her finger bows. Oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, he made fiddle pegs from her finger
Ah, dopo non tanto.
bows. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. The sound could pierce a heart of stone. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. But the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the wind and the rain. Yes, the only tune that the fiddle could play was oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
微笑ましい。
Anything you sing may be used as evidence against you.
感想じゃねえか。
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags. Pulled them open,
へえ。
saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
何？どういうこと？
な27日。なんか捜索願い出してるのが25日ぐらいなイメージというか、なんとなくの印象だけど。その後死体が見つかってっていう工程があるわけでしょ？
うん。
うん。 その話かもしれないし、昔話かもしれないし。
どっちなの？
知らないよ。他の見ようよ。
うん。
His body
あ、やっぱそうなんだね。
did not real. And his throat. It looked like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. He has these thick
メガネ。
glasses. He doesn't always wear them.
なんでそのメガネの話するんだ？気になるな。
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
ダグとエレン？
エレノアじゃなかっ
エレノア？
I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. Because of the circumstances, them
た？ああいう
dying
ふうに
together
二
like
人で
that,
亡く
they
なった
brought
から
in
っ
a
て
lot of
何？
police. The forensic
じゃあ
entomologist.
ダグかエレノアでダグとエレノアとかで検索したら出てくるじゃん。これ？
これは誰？
そう。だから赤は何、青は何って多分あると思うから、なんか当たりはつけた方がいいんだろうね。
うん。おー、困ったな。これはちょっと前だね。25日。
Yeah. I've been round to Doug
あ
and
ざのあれ
Eleanor's
さ。
and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them. Um,
なんで2つある？
I dust every week, maybe less.
本当だ。
I once asked Ellen
Yeah, I
how
mean-
often I should dust, and she said, "If people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay." I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every
タ
day.
トゥー入ってな
We
く
were in
ね？
an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front.
青い T シャツにタトゥーじゃなかったか？
Mm.
うん。
She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes. When I was there, I saw her. She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books.
よく喋るな。
Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage. And she still has a secret like that.
うん。誰なの？ダグとエレノア。
さあ、一緒に住んでたんだろうね。一時期。10年前に。
そんなこと言った？
うん。
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. But he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
よくねえわ。何のこと？
ダグとエレナマってダグとエレナマが死んだんじゃないのか、二人が死んだって。
サイモンと花が死んだとか違うか。
いやわからんな。6月30。いやわからんな。
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
ああ、何？
タトゥーで検索してみてよ。タトゥー。
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
なんかもう一回見ちゃった。
そんな気になったのかなと思って俺は騙してたけども。
あれエレナは消えなかった。
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip.
スカー。
Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
本読め。
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
好きだね。
事故の証明。
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist. He saw me singing one of my shows, pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there. Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was. Obviously I knew who he was, but he didn't know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me.
イブだ。
I enjoyed talking to
リン
him.
ゴとヘビ。
It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking.
でもこいつはイブだ。
He later told me it was like he was dreaming,
タトゥーが入ってんのがイブだ。
a waking dream.
そしたら青がイブかもしれんな。タトゥー入ってないっつってたな。じゃあ色でも騙されてんのか。 俺らはもしかしたら色で騙されてるのかもしれない。
いや嘘かもしんないよ。
いやーそうだよね。いや嘘かもしれないね。わからん。
わからんね。
わからん。
どうしようか。
エレノアで検索したから、もう一人誰だっけ？
ダグね。
ダグで検索してみるかい？
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see, it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just been the two of us, there's always been pressure.
サイモンの親かい。
サイモンは誰の？子供の？
ダグとエレノア何？ダグとエレノアがサイモンの両親かい。
そうなの？
両親の干渉がっつって。
わからんな。
わからんな。
うん。アダムって検索してくれ。
もう出てこない言葉を。
でもなんか類推される言葉から出てこないか。類推されるのから検索してもいいような気もするよ。知恵の実とかね。
日本語っつうのはその
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
2人いるのかなこっちは。なんで右見たんだろう。そういうの気になっちゃうな。
2人で地下室に運んだっつってたよね、最終的に。
そうなの？
共犯とかはの共犯。出てこないんだ。
赤ちゃん行こうか。
赤ちゃん気になる。
We spent the wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday. We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope. From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday. Then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
わからん。
わからんな。
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents. Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed.
この人の両親が亡くなったんだね。それがダグとエレナオか。
Just awful.
ああ、サイモンじゃなくて
It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married and after
そんな風に死んだから虫も湧いてて、法医学の昆虫の学者みたいなのが来てとかつってたってことだね。
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications. Hannah had a miscarriage.
髪は下ろした方が可愛い
This was
な。
late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then we were aligned, corrected its course. Felt like the universe had
何言ってんのこれ。
corrected its course. We were aligned again.
ハナとイブがお互い離れてた時期があったってことなんだ
Hannah
ね。
was late in the pregnancy and
うーん。
Hannah had a miscarriage. This was late in the pregnancy and
これあれだな。なんかメモとかしながら見ないと。
あ、そうだ
the
ね。
universe had
イブが
corrected
妊
its course.
娠してたってことだよね、さらに。その後に。
ハナが産めない体になったのを埋め合わせるようにイブが妊娠してっていうことなんだね。
Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left
学
school.
校卒業後
やめたって言ってたよね。
Still living with his parents.
俺には分からんぞこれ。
Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school.
だってもうこんな風に矛盾出ると思わないもんな。
なんでその花とイブの言ってることがなんでそんな違うんだろうな。まあバラバラ
ガラス屋で検索する？
ガラスにしとくか。
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
一緒に働いていた。
At the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and someone had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. He was always good at helping out other people's children. Simon was
でその問題とかも疑わなきゃいけないから
more
な。
thoughtful
きり
than
ねえ
the
な。
other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. Yeah. Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my
王子様とかもなんか結構出てくるワードだね。
結婚式も気になるんだよな。
結婚式いいんじゃない？
I guess you could call it that, but we were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us. No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow, so we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard.
屋根裏もいい
I
ね
suddenly didn't exist. I would see
屋根裏ね。
in case anyone recognized me. I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant, but I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers, drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us.
なるほ
I
ど。
had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD.
うん
When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
花が妊娠したからイブも妊娠しようとしてそんなことをして結局サイモンはその事実を知ったんだ。それで3人で住むようになったんじゃないの？というふうに俺は受け取ったけども。ヘッドセットがね、重たいのよ。
うん。
今日のとこは、ここまででいいんじゃないかい。
どうしようかい？
まあ、これ見たらやめよう。
Yes, I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories. Could the hairs have come from somewhere else? I mean, could they... We have a lot of dolls in the attic. There's a Rapunzel doll with long blonde hair. Could they have come from there?
何
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from. I don't know if it was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money to buy it. It was so huge. It must have been taken up to the attic in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale, little furniture, the lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, A moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough. We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
ちょっとあれだね。こうお酒を飲みながら夜中にやることじゃないかこれ。
そうだね。シラフで動画を見返して、シラフで挑もう。
その方がいいわ。すげえ難しい。
難しいっていうか信じられないのよ。いろんなこの2人の女の証言がさ。
いや本当に2人なのかも分かんないしな。四つ子かもしんないよ。
まあね。それに花が自分の話としてイブの話をしてる可能性もあるよね。でイブが花の話をしてるとか。
もう分かんないじゃん。
いやだから分かんないのよ。もう騙されてんね多分俺らは。
面白いな。
面白いねでもね。まあまあちょっとね検索ワードももう思いつかないでしょ。
そうかい。
多分動画見返したらいやなんでこれで検索してねえんだよ俺らってなるからさ。
俺はもうヘアブラシが。
ヘアブラシはもういいだろ。じゃあ今日はいいかい。もうこんなとこで。
そうだね。ちょっとこれ動画出すからその動画を見た後にね、ちょっとちゃんと整理をしてこうじゃないかっていう仮説を立て合いながらね。
そうだね。
こんな難しいゲームだと思ってなかったな。
いやでもすごいね。いい雰囲気だね。この映像もいいしさ。
ちょっと可愛いしなこの人。
そうね。なんか解像度が上がればまだちょっと違うかもしれないけどいいじゃない。なんか綺麗な女の人見ながら推理して
酔っ払ったおじさんにはちょうどいいね。
ああそうだね。じゃあ
そうだね。まあ、
はい、
これ今日の収録で、何回分か分かんないけども、まあ、次回からは、シラフで整理をした後の俺たちがもうバスッとね推理するから。
そうだね。もうシラフ次回で犯人たどり着こう。もうそうね。シラフだから多分もう5分ぐらいでもう真実にたどり着けると思うからさ、シラフの俺ら
まあ俺たちはまあ頭いい方だから、
悪い方ではないからね。じゃあ
はいじゃあ
お疲れ様でした。
はいお疲れ様でした。ご視聴ありがとうございました。はいさようなら。
さようなら。
さようなら。さようなら。